Jinx, you don't know. You don't know enough. Right, Blossom just wants to charge in. But I will say that Blossom, you don't know how Banshees operate. You would have to roll something for it. If nothing else, or, you know, ask Nina Lee to do research or whatever.
Tiffany Stratton is here.
I gotta say, Tiffany is just so impressive in the ring. She may be young, but she's got raw talent that makes up.
Yeah, it seems like 2 days for planning seems a little excessive, according to
Stratton has worked hard to become a real threat inside the ropes. Tiffany Stratton ready to put the rest of the division on notice.
And who's going to stop her?
This fan favorite enters the arena.
All you get from Nina Lee in terms of when I don't know anything about monsters, I just ask Nina Lee. I don't know much about Banshees. I would have to do research, but based on how the Highlands operate, most of the undead that they have to deal with only come out at night. That's why they tend to, once the sun goes down, they just stay indoors around here, from what I've noticed. I would say that if this, because you have to keep in mind what we've been told and what I've already told you guys. And this is Nina Lee speaking. I don't have a good voice for her.
And her opponent from Prior Lake, Minnesota, the
No.
NXT Women's Champion,
Just shut up and let me talk. The thing around here that... Oh, please, it's not that rude just to tell you to shut up. I could have said a lot worse to make it rude. Anyways, the things around here, from my understanding, that lurk, most of the undead, if not all of them, are the result of the fact that they seem to be a prison colony, a prison island. So most of the undead creatures that we deal with is probably somebody that died here back when it was a prison. This Banshee, now the fact that it's protected during the daytime by pre-awakened trees, that's unusual. That implies that the Banshee is potentially someone, or was someone important when they were alive. It also implies they're either a high-profile prisoner, or they were somebody important that died once this island was, or after this island stopped being a prison island. If that makes sense. That's just, from a reporter's standpoint, that's just my take. Now, I will say this much. I do reserve the rights to... If there's going to be like a news story that comes out of this, I reserve the rights to publish. That's kind of our deal.
The summit of this steel cage is in sight, gentlemen. Making it to the top and assessing her entire
especially if the Banshee turns out to be something of importance.
She's so close here, just has to finish the job.
You know, actually, best case scenario would be somebody that no one realizes is dead yet. Like, if it was a missing person, that would definitely be a good byline.
Battling on the top. Down they go. She falls all the way back to the mat.
Corpse of famous personality found.
Gotta respect
You know what? I'm
strategy
gonna
to
get
work
this.
over the arm.
As for Banshees like, as for why the undead only show up at night, I think it has something to do with the Highlands themselves. Something I haven't quite figured out.
Tiffany is being taken full advantage of now.
To be perfectly honest, you would have to ask somebody that lives here, because they'd know more about how the Highlands work than we do.
Gets the shoulder up and one.
Not even a 2 count. She's still holding strong here.
Manages to reverse it.
Well, Alex, behind the bar.
Like damage to the foundation of a house. It makes everything weaker.
Because you would know that Callie acts as the bartender, bar owner, and primary cook of the Queen's Booth. She has staff, but
well-executed attacks are making the difference.
Her staff are. Actually, no, I don't think she has staff. Now I think of it.
One leg in the cage and one.
Or at least, if she has staff, they're so unremarkable that I never came up with names for them.
Now she just has to figure out how she's getting down.
Made it over the top of the cage. Seconds away from glory.
Now going to make the descent down the cage.
Here it comes.
So.
We got a new champion.
Unbelievable.
So, we can ask Callie. We've already met Princess Marta and the Chevelle twins. So we can always ask them. We do still have to talk to that former cleric turned blacksmith. I feel like that's kind of high on the priorities. Although I think the questions you guys have for her will probably divert from any questions you might have for anyone else.
We have a new champion, etching their name in the history books forever.
Like I always say, this business is about checks and championship. Stand up for the new